President Obama recently said that ISIS is not Islamic, and I can understand why he said that, because he doesn't want to give them the holy war, right? But they what do you think? I think they clearly are Islamic.
Of course they're Islamic.
Right.
But Islamic is not one word. It's not one thing.
Right.
We're all subject to our own religion cycles, okay? You were raised in a religion cycle, which includes your churching as a child, your indoctrination, your family, your local culture. We're all subject to that. We all feel it. And when it comes to Islam, you can see it so clearly.
Right.
That's why Muslims in this country, for the most part, are different from Muslims in that country. They both call themselves true Islam,
right.
and that is the problem. The thing is, there is no true Islam because there is no true religion in any case,
right.
because everybody's religion is individual. Okay?
Individual to them?
Individual to them.
Yeah.
And individual to them relative to their local community, to their local religion cycle, their local upbringing. So when you say ISIS isn't Islamic, that's total bullshit. I mean, they're looking at their holy books. They're basing their actions off their holy books,
right.
Off the sayings, and they're justifying their actions with Islam. That makes them Islamic. They're doing it in the name of Islam. They're Islamic. At the same time, your typical American Muslims who just want to live, just want to be part of the society, just want to be nice people and don't want to hurt anybody, they're doing the exact same thing. Looking in their holy book, finding the stuff that fits, and saying, okay, this is true Islam. Right. Now let's change it over and look at the Jews. Same thing. Okay, the Orthodox Jews think they're the real Jews. The Reformed Jews think they're the real Jews. The Westboro Baptist Church, they're the real Christians. The Southern Baptist Convention, they're the real. The Catholics, they're the real. Everybody thinks they're the true one, and it's all true. It's all Christianity, it's all Judaism, it's all Islam, and to say that this is not Islam is not true.
Right.
What is true is that it's not all of Islam. It's a part of Islam. It's a very real part of Islam, but it is a part of Islam, and people need to understand that there's nuance involved here.
Right. So what do you think about when they say, the punishment for stealing is to cut off a hand, and they think it's okay, but the Muslims here don't?
Right.
Okay. What makes the Muslims here different, if you know what I mean?
It's the cycle. It's the religion cycle. It's the society that we have. The fact is that we all know this, that morality, except maybe in the Sam Harris type of extreme, morality is relative.
Right.
Okay? It changes across time and space. So in a different place, it's moral to do that shit. Right. And in this country, we look at that morality and we say, that's horrible, that's terrible. But it is, being done by people who think they're doing right.
Right.
Okay? These people who are, even the most extreme cases, even the extreme ISIS, people who are beheading Christians and atheists, the problem is they think they're doing right.
Right.
And that's what we have to worry about. That's why we have to deal with the fact that morality is different, but we also have to deal with the fact that morality is different relative to the religion cycles of the locality. And they can be just as sure about their morality as we are about ours.
Right.
And, I would love to say, and we all would love to say, we have an objective thing about morality. We know what is right and what is wrong, and that is correct for the entire world. I would love to say that.
Right.
It ain't true. It ain't true. And what we have to do is first of all, realize that the people who are doing horrible things think they're doing good. And we have to educate these victims. Not so much, you want to say we have to destroy them.
Right.
You want to say we have to destroy them, and maybe that's the only way. Okay?
Do you think we'll ever be able to?
I hope so. But I don't want to destroy them. Okay? I don't want to destroy them. These are people who think they're doing good, but they're doing bad. Right. And they're doing bad by our relative morals. But I think, killing blasphemers, killing Christians and Jews and beheading them, I think that's pretty extreme, and I think we do need to fight that. And, the analogy that I like to use is the Borg from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Okay? picture these individual ISIS members as Borg. Okay? Now, if we could take them out of that cycle and put them in a room and deprogram them and educate them and free them from the collective, they could become nicer people,
Right.
and more open people and more aware of what their surroundings are and more tolerant. But barring that opportunity, we have to fight them as enemies.
Right.
And I don't know if we'll ever be able to defeat it. I think what we need to do is, make sure that it doesn't start here. Make sure that it doesn't fester here. I'm worried more about what's happening in America than what's happening in other countries.
That's true.
Mainly because I know more about what's happening here than what's happening in other countries. All we get from the other countries are those YouTube videos.
That's true.
Look, the guys in the turbans are killing the guys without the turbans again. It's horrible. It's awful. But that's not the whole story.
No.
And we don't know the whole story. We don't know all of the factors. Even the people who claim to know all the factors don't know all the factors.
Now, I have a theory about that kid, Jihad Johnny, the one they say was educated in England. He was brought up in a pretty upper middle class sort of environment. What do you think that maybe he thought he was missing something, or he thought he was probably separated from his heritage that made him go over to Syria and chop people's heads off?
Look, people do bad things for a whole bunch of different reasons.
Right.
And people join religion for really one reason: brainwashing.
Right.
Okay? That's why people join religion. That's why people get in there. I'm going to make an analogy here to a friend of mine, and I'm not going to imply that my friend is violent in any way. Bill Devlin. He's a preacher. And he is a person who is, he's a Presbyterian minister. He's a friend of mine. He's a nice guy. Real gung-ho Jesus guy. And I've debated him a few times. And he was converted to Christianity as an adult. He was like 19. What happened? Well, he was on the street. He was having a tough life. And he was hitchhiking across the country. And he was in a very bad place. And he was hitchhiking across the country. And he hitchhiked with a bunch of Jesus freaks. And they brainwashed him. Okay? And this is the kind of thing. And he came out of that van a born-again Christian. Now, there's a whole bunch of variables in there, right? What was going on in his head? What was going on in his life? What had happened? What had messed him up? We can't guess that. What we have to do is stop the cycle from veering off to that effect. We have to put in some sort of a method to stop people from going there.
Right.
But in the end, since it's all individual, it's going to be hard to do.
That's true.